Good evening. There we go. Okay. Trying to get all set up here. I was messing around with something else and I looked up and saw the time was 6:02 and I went, oops, I better get on quick. So I hope everybody is having a good evening. It's Tips Tuesday. Let's see. I can't remember what I'm doing for any tips, but we'll come across some, I'm sure. So today was the big day. The catalog and online exclusives all went live today. So if you haven't had a chance to get a catalog, you can certainly go online and look at the catalog and online exclusives. They're all going to be noted as new on each item, so you would be able to discern which items are new and which ones aren't, of course. So I would like to invite you to check out my store at jeanducro.stampinup.net. And if you're new tonight, please click the like button. And if you hit the follow button, you will be notified whenever I'm going to be doing live videos, which I do on Tuesday evenings at 6 and Sunday evenings at 6:30. So, and if you are watching this on YouTube, please hit the thumbs up. And if you want to be notified when I put a new video on, click on the bell, and that will help you get notified when that happens. Hi, Lori. Hi, Rhonda. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Rhonda, for sharing. I really appreciate it. Oh, and all the thumbs up. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Let's see. I have got my iPad going a different direction here. There we go. So I wasn't able to see any of the comments, but I can on my phone, which I haven't turned yet. So let's see if that is going to work. No, that doesn't. Why am I not seeing the comments? There we go. I guess I had to stick my finger on there and click it. So anyway, hi Shar. Glad that you could join us tonight. I like your little wave. I haven't figured out that one yet. So anyway, we went to the movies this afternoon and saw Song Sung Blues and the Neil Diamond impersonator, which I know was from Milwaukee. In fact, one of my girlfriends from church knew him, and he was in their group of friends, and she went and saw the movie right after Christmas, and she says, it's so hard to believe that they've made a movie about him. He was one of those very enthusiastic musicians, and I think sometimes he was made fun of because of him trying to become successful, and his group of friends just could not believe it when he was playing at Summerfest and, hit the big time. So anyway, she was just so tickled about it, and she's part of our Wednesday morning coffee group when she can come because she still works. And she told us all about it before it started. She's, I knew him. I can't believe they made a movie about him. So yes, we really liked it. It is quite the story. It's just amazing. You have to see it. It was, there were parts that you could cry in, and lots of fun and lots of music, and people were pumping their arms up in the air in the audience. It was really good. Thanks, Shar, for sharing. I really appreciate it. You guys are great. So anyway, that's what we did today. It was nice going in the afternoon because it was all gray hairs that go. And you get a cheaper rate, too, if you go in the afternoon on a weekday. So I went all bundled up with my coat and scarf on and gloves and mask, and I didn't even take my gloves off because I didn't want to touch anything in the theater. I just wanted to be super careful. So I just sat and watched the movie with my coat and gloves on, and I wasn't too warm. I thought maybe I might get too warm, but I was okay. And yeah, it was awesome. And we're really glad we went, and both of us said, we should do this more often. It's just that so often there isn't really a good movie to see, but I know I've passed up on probably 4 or 5 movies since COVID just because I wasn't sure about going into the theaters. But I guess, if I go masked and just be careful and don't want to touch any of the surfaces, I should be okay. And so anyway, that's what we did today, and I'm glad we did. So I'm ready to turn the camera down, go over a couple of things with you before we start making our 2 cards. So let's get the camera flipped. Let's see if it's always a crapshoot getting you guys in the right position so that you can see by having this on the desk. Let's move it this way, there. I think that's good. Yeah, that should be pretty good. So I just wanted to make sure everybody realized there's bonus days this month. I don't know if they had them in January last year or not because they had Celebration. It might have been a different month. But you get a $5 coupon for every $50 of product that you buy, and that would be before tax and shipping. And once you've put your order in, they do email you the certificate number. So make sure you save that email, and in February you can put it towards an order that you're placing, and you need to write down those the coupon number when you place your order, and it will give you the $5 off for each one. So you can get them as many times as you order this month, from January 6th to February 2nd, and then from February 3rd to the 28th you can redeem them. So I just wanted to make sure that was really clear for everybody. When I first heard of it, it was a little confusing to me, but then I sat and read it and was able to figure it out. Oh, you've got to see these. I don't know if you've had a chance to look. These are the 3 new kits that have come out this month. So this is the one kit, and it's not a card kit. It's a craft kit. These are so stinking cute. There's one other critter. What is it? Cat, dog. There's one other one. I think there's 4 of them. And they all have a little adoption card. It's so cute. It's something that you could very easily give as a little gift to someone. And then there's a set that has the butterflies on it here. And this would be one that you would be able to stamp on. And this is one that's just assembly only, so there's no stamping at all required. And these are really pretty, these flowers, I think. So that is what is new in the kit part. And then this is the product of the month for this month, is this really nice saying set. And for a $75 product order before tax and shipping, for $5 you can get this set. Now, if you really wanted to get that blue paper that was out last month, it's still available. So you have a choice between the 2 sets that you could get. And this is only 1 per month. So whatever you order, if it's a $75 order, then you could pick one or the other of these items. But I have this one coming. And I placed my order at 1 o'clock in the morning, like I think I mentioned to everybody. And at 2:46 this afternoon, I got notification that my order was being shipped. And I did not put it on quick turnaround. I didn't pay for that. I thought I'm going to take a chance. But I will have it in plenty of time to put it together for the Valentine card class that I'm doing. So we are going to be using the Lovely Blossoms DSP paper. It's 12 by 12 paper. I've used it before. Oops. Never mind this cardstock. I stuck this in because then I was planning on an overnight up north at Char's, I had put together a bunch of stuff that I could work on while I was there, but that didn't happen. So I've been kind of slowly taking stuff out and using it. So really nice set. I love this piece of paper. This is so pretty. And then the back side. And then there are pieces that have panels on them, like here, like so, that you could use the whole piece as a part of a card front, and or you can cut them out. I went ahead and cut one out, and I haven't used it yet, and that's this one. This will be really pretty on the front of a card, and then you could put a banner across and maybe put some leaves off of it, whatever you decide you want to do. Makes it easy, but I think I love the colors in this set. Very soft. At least I think they are. Okay, so we're going to use this for both of the cards that we're making tonight. The colors that can be used with this are Crumb Cake, Cloud Cover, Old Olive, Petal Pink, and Secret Sea. So there you go. All right, let's get started. So our first, let me get some of this stuff out of my box here, make it a little bit easier for me just to grab. We're going to be using these embellishments, and these are on the last chance list. They're the Charming Shimmer Faceted Dots, and they've got little like hash marks on the top of them, and they're not real tall. They're sort of flat on the top. They're kind of nice. I haven't used them that much, as you can see, and I only got, usually when I order embellishments, okay, I must be missing a, no, maybe not, missing a stamp. It's always a clue when I get one out of the box. And well, yep, there it is. It's on the bottom of the ink. There we go. Okay, so the stamp sets that we're going to be using for these cards, I wanted to use the Prayer and Promises set. Whoops, extra sheet of paper there. I like this set. It can be used for a number of different things other than a sympathy. So we are going to use the I'm Here For You, Give It to God, May You Feel God's Care and Healing as You Recover, and Keeping You in My Thoughts, Holding You in My Heart, and Remembering You in My Prayers. I think those are just beautiful. And this is a $1 million sales achiever, Carol Nordquist. This is her set. And kudos to her for just doing a sentiment set, because you can never have enough sentiments, can you, to put in a or to have the options for putting in a card. Let's say that I am only going to use this little stamp right here, and that was the one that was stuck to the bottom of the ink pad. And this one, I'm only going to use the 3-leaf on that one. So that's what we got going. All right, let's get started. So I'm using Crumb Cake, and I've got 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. And I'm going to give this a good crease. That's going to come forward just a smidge. Never can get them always just right. I don't know what it is. It's just the way it is, I guess. Let me get my scissors and my Take Your Pick tool out right away, because I'll be using those. Okay. And then, this is the one that's called, oh, what was the name of it? Wow. That's what Frenchie called it. This is the one that I showed you an example of, and you were all wondering how it was made. So we're going to do that one first. I've got a piece of Secret Sea cardstock that is 1/8 of an inch smaller than this. So this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Yep. And I'm going to go ahead and glue that. Oh, actually, I wouldn't have to. We're going to put this aside. And we're going to work with this. So when you make this card, It's the one that has the V-shaped things on the front. If you have cardstock that has a direction, to me this has a direction. My eyes are like the diamond pattern to be taller than wider rather than this way. I don't know. It's just the way I am. And the other side, it could be any way. Either direction. So we are taking a 6x6 piece of this cardstock. I just cut one of the pieces into in half and then in half again. We need to make this 5.5 inches tall. So we're going to cut this down to, I'm going to go to the other end because there's a little crease there. Actually, I'm sorry, 5.25. I take that back. Okay. And we can put this aside. We can use that on the inside. And then we are going to go, I'm going to have to measure. I think it's 1 3/4. I'm sorry. I'm getting mixed up from one card to the next. Yeah, it's 1 3/4. Okay. They both are 1 3/4. So I need 2 pieces that are 1 3/4. So we'll just go ahead, 1 3/4. 1 3/4. And then this piece is going to be actually going in the center of our card. I sample back up so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. So that's all the cutting we need to do. I want to take that matte piece that we'll eventually put on, and I'm going to glue this on in the center and have a border on the top and the bottom about equal. You can just eyeball this up. It doesn't have to be exact unless that's what you need to have done for your own peace of mind. But I'm just going to put this on, eyeballing it and centering it and giving it just a little bit of a border top and bottom. Okay. Now these pieces are going to go on this way. And we're going to, one on each side. And you can use a tape runner down on this corner. I actually have a hard time controlling my hand when I use a tape runner. I have a hard time going in a straight line. So I am just going to use a tiny bit of glue as close to this edge as possible. And then I'm going to put this on here and line it up top and bottom. So the glue is just along this edge here. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Hoping you can see okay. Hi Pam. Hi Carol. Thank you, Char, for sharing if I didn't mention it. I maybe didn't see it. I have to keep hitting my screen to make my comments come up. I will not put my iPad this direction next time. It's in the landscape view, and I thought it would be easier, but it's not. It has to be in the portrait view in order to see the comments all the time. Okay, while that is kind of setting up, I'm going to go ahead and glue this on our base. Okay, so there we have it. Still open. Whoops, on this end, it still doesn't feel like it's... All right, we're gonna move ahead then on that. I'm going to put... Wow, Jean, put the card upside down. We're gonna put our sentiment on here in Secret C, and it's "I'm here for you." Get this right in the center. We are going to cut this out with a 1 3/4 inch punch. And I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do it first. We're going to add some leaves above and below it. So I'm going to try to get this centered in here nicely. That looks pretty good, I think. Maybe lower. There. Yeah. Good enough. Okay, and then I'm going to add a leaf above and below. So we're going to do one here. And one below. I sat yesterday and went through all of my inks and wrote down the inks the refills I don't have. I put a bunch of them on my order. And while I was at it, I was inking things, so it was kind of a fun afternoon. Felt like I really accomplished a lot. Some of my stamps are getting so light in color. I'm taking crumb cake. Nope, that's not crumb cake. That's ivory and bronze. We don't want that. That's going to be not good. Crumb cake is the one right next to it. Okay. And we are going to color in these leaves. And let's see what's in here. Oh, I didn't do the other leaf. Yeah. All right. There we go. So that was punched out with the 1 3/4 inch punch. It's back in their little spot. And then I'm going to take a 2-inch punch and punch out this crumb cake. And we're going to put those two together. Like so. And then we're going to do our folding on the front there, because that should be plenty set up by now. All right. So the trick with making this fold is when you bring this back, you're going to see this paper only goes so far. So you're going to put your finger where that edge is, and then you're just going to fold this back like a shirt collar, or lapel, I should say. Same thing with down below. Just bring it. It does not have to meet in the center. I do try to get it as close as I can. But just like so. And then we're going to do the other side. Easy peasy. I guess it's better this direction. Like so. Now you can decide whether or not you'd want to put glue this down or not. I didn't, to be honest with you. And this is just going to go in the center. Well, I got a little smudge on there, wouldn't you know? Well, I am going to put a double linen thread bow on here. Just adds an extra touch, I think. Okay, and we're going to put that on with a glue dot. And I found it was easier to take the glue dot and just put it in the center here. And I'm going to put 2 of them down. It's going to get covered anyway, so... Oh boy, they both went together. Okay. Having this thread tied around here really is a saver, so it doesn't come all unraveled at once, and you just kind of move it along as you're going. Once it gets down far enough, then you can just pull it up and it will unwrap on its as you're pulling it. But in the beginning there, it doesn't so well. Okay, I just want to make sure that there's going to be loops sticking out. Oh, this one got a curly tail here. Whoops. And then there. All right. And I usually like to have one just a little bit bigger than the other. Let's put this on here and see what we can do here. Wait. Okay. And this is going to go on here. And I'm going to put dimensionals on this. On the top, the bottom, and then the sides. It will help hold the linen thread down. Going to kind of spread them out a little bit. And there we go. Probably could have used my bone folder on these. There, that's better. And then I just trim the ends here, make them all kind of the same. Using my not so sharp and just kind of tweak these a little bit. There's the front. Why don't we go ahead and put the bowling on, and I'm going to use the, I think that's Secret Sea. It certainly looks like it. Go with a large one here. I'll stick one up there, off the beaten track. Put the gem on the smudge. It's right by the Y. It's right there. That would be a smudge, or that would be a, wouldn't even be able to read it. It's not that bad. Okay, then on the inside we have a piece that is, I think, 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm going to go ahead and mat it to this piece, which is 4 by 5 1/4. So 1/4 inch increments, this to that. I'm going to go ahead and let me feel this. That's the back side. I always try to glue it down so that cupped edge from cutting it is down and not sticking up. Alright, and then the inside, I have to look and take a peek at what we did. Okay, may you feel God's care and healing as you recover. And that we are doing again in the Secret Sea. And then I'm going to take crumb cake and this larger 3-leaf, and we are going to stamp that over the top of the words. Like so. Just adds a little something. If you wanted to stamp off, you could. I thought it looked like it was going to be too light. I think this is one that I needed to order the refill ink on, because I noticed that when my ink pads start to feel sticky when you go to ink your stamp and it kind of pulls away hard from the ink pad, that you probably need to put a little ink on your ink pad, and that one was starting to feel that way. Some of them were a lot worse than others, and I luckily had some inks that I could refill. But I was surprised at how many of them I need to order that I don't have. I thought that was quite interesting. And can you guess the ones that I had more of? Guess what color I had more of that I had the ink pad for? A little bit on that one. So there is our first card. I like this because it does look like a shirt collar or a coat collar. And when I first saw the cards on Facebook that she had posted, I thought it looked like there were 3 strips, 1, 2, and 3, that were put in over the top of a base DSP. I couldn't figure it out. And then when I saw the instruction, I'm like, oh, well, for Christ's sakes, of course that's the way it goes. Of course. So anyway, I like this card. This would be great for a guy, too. I think, even though it does have flowers on it, I like the colors. The more subdued colors. Okay, let's see. I'm going to put that one there and put mine over to the side. Okay, the next one we're going to do. I can't remember if I need these or not. I don't need them. We are going to a different color. Our embellishments are going to be using these really pretty Moody Palette glossy dots, and these go with that pattern paper that we're using. And I got our 2 stamp sets, our stamps, and we're going to use, even though it's, I've got some leftover, I imagine this is Night of Navy string, and we're going to use that just for a little embellishment on this. Okay, this time we've cut the base a different direction. So it's 4.5 by 11, scored at 5.5. I had to stop and think. I was almost said 5.25. And we are actually going to cut the front piece here. We're going to cut this down. So I'm going to take 1 3/4 off the bottom. And now I want 1 3/4 off the top. So, I think this is right. Let's see. 1 3/4. How am I going to do this? Nope, can't do it that way. I have to stop and think. Yes, this way. 1 3/4, Jean. End up with this right here. Okay, so we are going to use all 3 of these pieces. And I have to cut the DSP as well. So we are using this DSP. So this is going to be at 1 1/2. This piece is a 4 by 5 1/4, but I think I need more than what's on here. So I did, that was the piece that was left. So I got, no, Jean, 1 1/2. Okay. And then I need one that is, this is 2 inches, so it's 1 3/4. I'm going to do it that direction. 1 3/4. Oh, I don't like that. We're going to, let me see. I'm going to cut this down a little bit. This is 2, right? 1 3/4. I wanted to get more of this vine in the middle. There. Okay. That's with that one. This one goes with this one. And this one is got to get cut down. Just trying to figure out which way to go with it. And then the width is 4. That looks like it. Okay. This is not used. Okay. Now I'm done cutting for the time being. All right. So on the cover, oh, I'm glad you liked the card, Lori. Thank you. Oh, you hadn't seen that last card we did before, Rhonda? I'm surprised. I am surprised. Okay, let's get our parts and pieces over here, and we can get cooking. I also cut out ahead of time the mats for these, and they're 1/8 of an inch smaller. So hopefully we got this right. That's not right. Did I do this incorrect? I think I might have. Dog. It should have been 1 1/2. Well, I guess we're going to be doing this a little different. It's only paper, right? I'm going to be doing some more cutting here. This card can be made in so many different ways. You can use whatever dimensions you want to. This just happened to be what I did. Okay, let's try this. And I think I got enough there for what I need. Okay, so this one was 1 3/4, and that's 1 1/2. Okay. Take a small one. So this is going to be 1 5/8. Sorry. I have to do this sometimes. 4 1/4. 4 1/8. So that should go on that. So I need another one, 4 1/8. With that one, and now this one is for at the end of that one, 4 1/8. And this is I looked before I cut. 1 7/8. Or I would have been cutting another one. I think we got it. Let me get all these odd pieces out of here so that I am not confused. Okay. That one goes with that. That goes with that. What happened to my other little green guy? Oh, it's right here. That's there and that's there. Okay. We've got it. All right. We can start gluing. Let me just give that a good crease. I don't know what this one's called. You know, an I fold? I don't know, because it looks like the letter I when you get done. I've seen it done where you put a piece of window sheet going from this top section down to the bottom one, so it looks like it's floating, but that's not what we're doing. I just love this paper. This color combination together I think is so pretty. Okay, put these guys together. That one's going to go down here. And this one is going to go in the center here. And I'm going to have to change my inside cardstock. That does not look right. And it's already glued on. Nuts. Okay. Wow, goodness gracious. There. It's got a very little border. That is not, get some blue in there. There. All right. Those are going to get glued together. I just normally try to line them up and then stick my finger where I don't want the glue to go any further down. And then I line this one up. And see where I can go on this one. It's right there. So we'll stay within that boundary. And that. Alright, get this on here so we can get it straightened out. I don't know which way is easier to do it, the bottom to the top. Maybe it would be. Okay, inside I have a mat that's 1/8 of an inch smaller. So this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and we're going to glue that in. Wipe off this end. It's trying to clog up on me because I had it laying on my table without using the glue. And then I'm going to take this piece of cardstock, which is 4 by 5 1/4, and add that on here for the inside. I know it's a little unusual, but it looks cool. See how nice that looks looking through? Okay, so this was it 2 inches, I think, if I recall right, is the width? Well, just almost 2. So 2 inches. I'm going to put this at a 1/16 of an inch smaller. I think that's going to work. This is going to be our inside sentiment. So, if you're going to make this card, I would recommend, instead of going 1 3/4, to go 1 1/2 on the top and the bottom, and that will leave that wider. I think that's what I did. I knew I was going to get that messed up. So this is going to go inside, but it's just going to clear this. Okay, now let's get to stamping. Our sentiments, and then we're done. So I did 2 of the Banner Punch, one in Secret Sea and one in the white. And this one we're actually going to cut in half. Because it's going to be added on each side of this. Alright. And our sentiment is going to be, give it to God. And we'll do that in the Secret Sea. Try to get that centered. Here. There we go. And then the inside sentiment is keeping you in my thoughts, holding you in my heart, and remembering you in my prayers. And that is just going to fit nicely in here. Is that straight? Let me just reposition that. Doesn't look real straight. There. I was thinking yesterday when I was going through all my inks, how when the new colors came out last spring, that there were many of you, and I am included in that group, that wondered about cloud cover because we thought it looked so gray and we weren't sure about it. Oh my gosh, I love that color now. I can't believe it. And as I was waiting to go on tonight, I thought, is there enough room to put maybe a cloud cover leaf between there? I thought, let's give that a try. So we're going to try that. But I think that's truly funny. And how many times have you thought that a stamp set doesn't appeal to you, and then you see a demonstration with it done, and it's like you have to have it? I am so guilty of that. Let's see, where did I put the ink? Oh, here it is. This is the one that I have in a separate ink pad. So let's see if I can, how dark that's going to be. Oh, it doesn't want to. You know what? I got to try to get this on a smaller block because that ink pad has too big of a border around it. Oh yeah, that fits nicely. I want to see how dark that's going to be. Oh, not at all. We can do that. Let's see. Let's put that kind of on an angle. I just don't feel like I got quite enough ink on that ink pad. Oh, that's nice. All right. Now, let's assemble this last thing. So, I want a piece of hair there. And I would certainly get it in there. And then this one goes up there. I'm going to put just a little bit of a bead of glue on that. Hardly any. But I want it to... Trying to think how I did it. Oh, I did it the other way. Okay. I had to look at my sample. Same with this one. Ah, you turkey. You know, it's not a big sentiment. But it's the paper that it goes on that is what is giving you the wow. Gotta look on my... That end's gotta go up. There, that's good. Okay. Aside for just a second. Then I'm going to take and put some glue on here because we're going to wrap a little of this Night of Navy string around here. I had to put this rubber band down on the end because everything wanted to come off the end. So it's my stopgap. so it doesn't come off. Just going to wrap this around. Three times. I don't want those ends showing. And I'm just going to kind of tweak them so they're going just in different directions. And then we'll put some dimensionals on the back. Good. Fingers work. There we go. That's good. Okay. I'll just one on each end is good. Kind of attach it a little bit to the thread. And this is just going to go in the center. Okay, now this one on the inside is going to match up with the DSP as far as the height and everything goes. And I'm just going to bring this down, move it over. Okay. Just bringing it back up so that I can see which direction I need to push it before I put the glue on. Okay. And I'm going to put the glue on it right here. And then we'll close up the card and make any adjustments. Down just a smidge. Now it moved up just a smidge. I'll make sure. Perfect. That's how I do it, so that it's in the right position. If it was, I could have cut it just a little bit narrower, but I was so afraid that it was the sentiment was just going to be overpowering on the inside. So that, oops, we got to get our bling on there. So ready to say we're done. Okay, so what color would you think we should use on this? We've got the Old Olive, we got the Secret Sea, and we've got the, Secret Sea and Cloud Cover. Which one would you think would be the best on there? Let me know. Yeah, the DSP is pretty, isn't it, Carrie? This is the DSP. It's called Lovely Blossoms. I love the color combinations in here. It's nice. Cloud Cover. Cloud Cover it is. Oh, Secret Sea. Okay, let's somebody give me a tiebreaker. Yeah, the sentiments in this set are just absolutely beautiful. All right. No tiebreaker. Here's what we're going to do. We'll use them both. How about them apples? Ah, you got them both now. Oh, Walt, hello. He's my good friend from church, Walt is, and he's one of my coffee buddies. In fact, we were doing coffee together more frequently before we started our Wednesday morning group. So anyway, thanks for joining, Walt. You'll get in the drawing for one of these cards. So these are the two cards tonight. I hope you liked them. Aw, thanks for the thumbs up. See, by doing it this way, I can see when you do the thumbs up and the hearts and stuff like that. You can't see it when it's in the other way, but I have to keep hitting my thing. The front of my iPad to get it to show me what all the thank you. Okay, let's have our drawing from our last get together. And these are the two cards that we did. This one is to a great guy. It's your day, happy birthday. And this is thinking of you. Consider yourself hugged. And that's Nature's Walk designer series paper that we used for these. So let's see. Hopefully whoever wins is on tonight. Mix them up good, and I have one, and it is number 5. Shar, it's yours. It's your choice tonight. And then whoever is watching tonight will get in the drawing that we'll have on Sunday night. Aw, yeah. Thanks, Carrie. Thank you very much. Yep, congratulations, Shar. She is still on and didn't have to take a phone call because I know she was waiting for a phone call. We will let her choose. This was fun tonight. I enjoyed these two cards that we made. I like it because it's something different. And I really love using this paper. This to me looks like it would be beautiful paper for Easter. Oh, you're welcome, Rhonda. So I will, Shar wants the right one. Got it. We'll send it off to you. And I will see you guys on Sunday night. Thank you so much for watching, for commenting, and especially for sharing. You know how that helps my business. I really am happy about that. And I'm stumped. I'm trying to get one video that I did. What is it? The beautiful something. I did that two videos ago. I cannot get it to download so I can put it on YouTube so that it'll be there forever. So I don't know. I've tried probably half a dozen to a dozen times. I'm going to try it on my iPad. I usually have to do it on my phone, so it doesn't want to download off of Facebook. And if that doesn't work, I guess I'll have to try it on my laptop computer and see if it'll work. But anyway, so if you're looking for that one, you're going to have to look for it right now on Facebook. And that was with that beautiful coral peach colored paper. Oh, and I can't wait to show you the paper that I ordered because it was something that I didn't order on the pre-sale. So, ooh, it's really pretty. I can't wait to get it. So, anyway, have a great evening, you guys, and I will see you Sunday night. Bye-bye.